Hello.
Muito bom dia a todos. Antes de mais, permita-me cumprimentar, portanto, aos presentes aqui na sala, do Centro Oceanográfico de Mindelo, portanto, a senhora magnífica reitora, o PCA da Escola do Mar, portanto, distintos colegas do Ministério, portanto, os convidados, mas também, portanto, a todos que nos assistam, portanto, nas plataformas digitais, no YouTube, no Facebook e também via Zoom. Portanto, hoje temos um dia longo. Para iniciar, já estamos no dia 4, o penúltimo dia do Ocean Week. Para hoje temos a apresentação do projeto Nortuna na zona de Flamengo. Temos a apresentação também da piscina oceânica do Mindelo. E, portanto, infelizmente ontem não foi possível, portanto, avançar com o Portal do Mar. Portanto, hoje também vamos apresentar o Portal do Mar para, portanto, a todos. Depois temos o Conselho Nacional de Pescas, portanto, que é um fórum onde vai, portanto, ser discutido, portanto, todas as questões relacionadas com as pescas, a legislação, portanto, novas medidas de gestão, para que possamos ter, portanto, já no próximo ano, um novo plano de gestão dos recursos da pesca. Mas sem mais delongas, vou convidar, portanto, o Dr. Young Helk, da Nortuna, para fazer, portanto, a sua apresentação. Young, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. I have to test to see that I can share my presentation here. Can you see my presentation now? Hello?
Hello? Young, you must share your screen.
Yeah, I was doing that. There is a...
Okay.
Can you see the presentation now?
No. Even. Okay.
Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, super, very good. Okay, thank you for having me. My name is Jan Helgedal, I'm the CEO in Nortuna, and I'm going to present the aquaculture project we are launching in Flamingo. We have been looking for a place to launch our project for 3-4 years, and luckily we found Cabo Verde, which is an ideal spot for doing aquaculture project of bluefin tuna. Our vision is simple, but it's very clear, and we shall be the most environmental friendly production of seafood. It's a very ambitious target, but we believe that we should be able to reach that target. We are focused on Atlantis bluefin tuna production, and we have done a research program, or conducted a research program over a 10 years period before we have been already to do a commercial pilot. We are also following the UN sustainability goals, which has been implemented in the organization and the strategy of the company. And last but not least is that we should be an attractive investment for sustainable seafood production. Right now we have financed the first part of the project with equity from Norwegian investors. So we are ready to launch the product now, the project now. Today we received the NIA number from the authorities in Cabo Verde, so the accounts and everything will be open next week. We should have been to Cabo Verde last month, but due to the corona situation, we regrettably had to stay home. But it will not slow us down. What we have done over the last 10 years is to put our equity, our money into a research program, and by doing that, we have been able to solve the biological challenges as the first company in the world using copepods, which is a marine crustacean. Over these 10 years, we have tested the whole value chain, from the production of algae, which is the food for the copepod, the feeding strategy. We have tested the internal logistics systems all the way to the market. So during this period from 2011, we have produced almost 500 tons of bluefin tuna through this research program, and this makes us confident that we will be able to reach our goals put out in the commercial pilot and in the second and third part of the second and third phase of the development during the next 10 years. I just wanted to show you this because this is a sort of picture of how we have developed the salmon industry in Norway. And from 1988 up to 2016, this is official data. And as you could see, we have today we have reached approximately 1,500,000 tons in export. And the value for this export is more than 6 billion euros. This is the third largest industry in export industry in Norway. The sea area in Norway and Cabo Verde is similar. So the potential for producing aquaculture species in Cabo Verde is actually the same as it is in Norway. In Norway, we produce salmon within the fjords, which is setting very limitation concerning the quantities. But here in Cabo Verde, you have a much better biotopes. I'm not saying that we are going to reach 6 billion in export of Atlantic bluefin, but I think that being able to produce Atlantic bluefin tuna is recognized the most difficult species to do aquaculture. We will be able to introduce other local species from the Cabo Verde area in the future. So we will sort of diversify our product portfolio. Our main solution, we have the people behind Nortuna has many years of practice from the Norwegian farming industry. So we are trying to convert and take the best part of that knowledge and implement it in the operation in Cabo Verde. We have more than 20 to 30 years of experience, every one of us. What's going to happen is that we are moving into Cabo Verde when we are setting up the company and start production. But after a while, we hope that we will be able to introduce and to employ people from Cabo Verde. We have already selected our partners within the value chain, and they will follow us, like Sintef, for instance. They will be present at Cabo Verde when we do the commercial pilot. So far, we have tested approximately 10 million eggs, which has been hatched in the Mediterranean. So that's sort of the basis of the research and development program. We have also introduced NTNU, which is one of the best universities in Norway, and they are setting up a program with the local university in Mindelo to develop a program for students whereby they could sort of graduate in aquaculture industry and fishing industry. And we look forward to that. Our market for Atlantis bluefin tuna is huge. The market is strong, and the supply line is less than 30 to 20% of the market, the total market. So there is a huge gap to be filled. What we would like to do once we have reached the critical, what I should say, a critical volume, we will introduce a value-added product so that we could produce. Bluefin tuna has approximately 7 different products you can produce from it, and we will utilize that possibility. But we have to reach in the production of approximately 2,000 tons in order to obtain value-added production. We have also been investigating the air freights from the different airports in Cabo Verde, and that gives us a really strong logistic chain for fresh product to Europe and USA. Our plan is to do continuous harvest 5 days a week, 22 weeks a year. So we will be able to offer work as an all year round occupation. We will also be certified by an environmental organization, and we're working closely today with the WWF in Norway in order to develop a system whereby we could, every part of the production will be certified from an environmental standpoint. So, farming of Atlantis bluefin tuna is recognized as maybe the only sustainable way to grow the production volume. As an example, the study which has been done by the university in Cadiz in Spain shows that a wild bluefin tuna consumes approximately 35 kilo of feed in order to gain 1 kilo of mussels. The farmers in the Mediterranean which catch wild tuna and they do sea ranging from May to December reports that they are feeding 18 kilo of fish in order to gain 1 kilo of mussels, while we in farming from eggs to 30 kilo is using 4 kilo of feed in order to gain 1 kilo of mussel. And this has been documented over the years when we have done the production in the Mediterranean. Gives you a pretty good idea how what is the difference between wild and farm. And we believe that the feed conversion ratio will decrease from 4 to maybe 2 within a 5 years period. And this estimation is based on the knowledge we have from salmon, production of salmon, cod, and other species. And also the wild fish stocks are under pressure. WWF anticipate that 80% of the wild stocks have been caught. So there is a very strong negative environmental focus on live catch fish and sea ranging from Atlantis bluefin tuna. And this is something that we would like to change. And as you probably know, in some market niches, the fish is red listed. Production of Atlantis bluefin tuna during the first stage, which is the most difficult one, is a delicate balance between feeding of the coccypodes and the larvae of the bluefin tuna. And this is where our protocols has been developed during the first phase of this program. And we cracked that in 2014 and duplicate and strengthen our protocols up to 2016. I just wanted to show you a few videos. This is juveniles, which is sitting in the tanks on an onshore facility in Spain. This is from 2015, and this was the first time we ever were able to feed the fish with dry pellets. So it's a very vital fish. Let's see what's happened here. Next one, the next video clip is from the pens in the Mediterranean. It's the same fish. Now the fish is approximately 20-30 grams. It's still on dry pellets and it's growing really fast. Let's see. Next one. This is when the bluefin tuna has reached approximately 450 to 500 grams. Now you could actually see that it is a tuna. The survival rate during the first phase, up to 500 grams, has been improved every year. And in this stage, during this stage, we have to turn or change the feeding strategy from dry feed to what we call soft feed, which contains approximately 40% water. The tuna is a fast grower and it requires much more knowledge than producing salmon. A salmon is reaching 6 kilos during a 2 years period, while a bluefin tuna is reaching between 25 and 30 kilos. Market price, you can see, is between 3.5 and 5.5 euros per kilo for salmon, while it's 30 to 40 kilo for bluefin tuna. So the EBIT margin is much greater. We reached 40 euros per kilo for all the fish that we sold during this research and development period. And we shipped all the fish as fresh from Alicante airport to the different destinations in Europe. This is a picture from a restaurant in Holland, which has tested our tuna for a certain period of time, and they are really happy with the product, the quality of the product for the sushi market. So that takes us to Flamengo. This is where we are planning to set up the project, and I have been promised that the tender is ready to be sent in 2-3 weeks from now. So we will be able to start planning the process early next month. Flamengo is an ideal place for us to start. It's a remote area. The problem is there is no roads and electricity and fresh water there, but we are looking into several types of solutions for producing our own power by wind and solar, and we are also considering how to produce fresh water ourselves from the seawater, desalting systems. But these decisions will be made during January. We would like to come down to be present in Cabo Verde before we make these final decisions. This is how we have developed the project so far. And this is how it will look when we are closing phase number 3. The first part of the project will be building the hatchery facilities. Second part will be storage and the broodstock tanks. You will also have broodstock tanks inside this building, but these big tanks are meant for bluefin tuna broodstocks. And the last part, the part number 3, is for slaughtering house when we start harvesting the fish in 2022. And the cooling, freezing, and export part. This is a processing plant for VAP products, which will be a part of the third development, the third phase. When we are done with this, there will be we estimate that we approximately have created between 350 and 400 people working in this facility, and also the sea operation. I have a video here showing how it will look from the different angles. We are also planning to build a pier. How we are going to do it in details is going to be determined during December. We are also been doing some research when it comes to the current. The results are the instruments which has been used is on its way to Norway, and then we will be able to measure the current, and then also decide what kind of production capacity the location in Flamengo in the waters will have. But obviously that will be tested over time. So we need to gradually grow the quantities we are going to produce, and then test the environment accordingly. So as you could see, we are planning to have the sea cages outside of Flamengo, and based on the result from the environment, the testing of the environment, as we grow, we will decide how much we can grow. This is we will also have the picture is not showing it, but we will have a flotel, which will be based in the close vicinity of the sea cages. So we will have people working there and living there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that was pretty much what I wanted to talk about. Is there any questions?
Muito obrigado. Thank you, Hel, for your presentation. Como estão a ver, ou como puderam ver, portanto, trata-se de um projeto que tem, portanto, o cuidado de ter, portanto, a investigação, a questão ambiental, portanto, no meio. O projeto Nortuna está a trabalhar também em estreita colaboração com a universidade, com os institutos, neste caso com o IMAR, onde pretende também trazer, portanto, para Cabo Verde um cruzeiro no sentido de fazer a prospecção da fauna mesopelágica de Cabo Verde, uma vez que a alimentação para fazer a engorda, portanto, será de alimentos naturais, para mostrar que, sendo um projeto comercial, portanto, está inteiramente e engajado, portanto, em trazer, portanto, a investigação científica para que na verdade, tenhamos, portanto, a sustentabilidade do próprio projeto. Portanto, será um excelente também sítio para estágios, para formações, para verem que, na verdade, o projeto tem pernas para andar e vai situar, portanto, na Ribeira ou Vale dos Flamengos, por ter, portanto, todas as condições oceanográficas, portanto, o hidrodinamismo, a oxigenação das águas e também a calmaria, portanto, dentro da baía. Portanto, agradecemos imenso a apresentação do Yang. Portanto, passamos, não sei se há, Ivan, se vamos abrir, portanto, para questões, mas penso que não. Caso houver.
I have to learn to speak Portuguese. I understand. But I also would like to mention that what we are going to do is open a logistic line to the European and the US market for exporting the bluefin tuna. Doing that, we have had meetings with APESC, the management in APESCA, Fishermen's Organization, and we are setting up a collaboration together with them in such a way that they could use our logistic channels for their own products, which is, as far as I understand, is highly appreciated by them. So this is one of the things we will start doing while we are also constructing the areas in Flamingo.
Okay, thank you once again. Portanto, vamos dar portanto, seguimento, portanto, aos nossos trabalhos. Passaremos, portanto, à próxima apresentação.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.